After an attrition-filled race at the Roval at Charlotte, we're now down to 8. Welcome to NASCOM Online Saturday night. Don't you pass over the booth with you. Joined with me by my partner in crime, Mr. Kevin Cunyu. And Kevin, we saw some just hellacious things happen to the point where some cars didn't even finish last week. Huge shake-up points, and we're down to 8 contenders for the championship.
Sorry, I'm unmuted myself now. We got Patrick Cowgill out on the track already in the 31, and Dalton Kilgore as well in the 41.
Absolutely, is one of the ones that was on the outside looking in after last week. Let's take a quick rundown of who the Elite 8 are. Of course, the driver of the 12, Mr. Mark Arthur. His teammate, Sam Baumgarten. Dalton Kilroe making it in. Tim Bills making it in, although not here tonight. Nick Okier making it in. Rick Paulson making it in, but not here tonight. Kevin Paskowicz. Condolences going out to the entire Paskowicz clan, as we did lose Kevin's grandfather yesterday. So Kevin spending time with family tonight, as is very understandable in a time like and Kevin O'Brien, the last one to make it in the number 8 position. Those who were eliminated last week, Tex Perry, Doug Thompson, Hoot Baker, and Brian McRae. So we come to Kansas this week, one of the quintessential cookie cutter mile-and-a-half tracks that NASCAR decided to throw up, and I mean that any way you want to take that statement, in the early 2000s. As we have 5 of the Elite 8 tonight. And Hoot Baker just going 4th quick there.
Hoot Baker was briefly first, but Sam Baumgarten's just taken the pole.
Well, Hoot Baker going 4th quick, which is something we don't normally see Hoot do. He was actually thinking about not qualifying. But yeah, Sam Baumgarten going sub 31 in qualifying. Dalton Kilroe also going sub 31, sitting in 2nd place currently. And the only guy to go sub 31 in the hot lap session out on track right now, that of course is the driver of the pink car. That's all I'm going to refer to it as, because what's on that car changes from week to week, and Trading Paints hates my guts. The number 12, of course, we are talking about your points leader, Mark Arthur, as he hauls it down the American Ethanol back straightaway, hauling it off into turn number 3, just tickling 190 miles an hour. That's moving, folks. Especially if go ahead.
Well, Kevin O'Brien has pushed Hoot Baker down into 5th and taken the number 4th spot. And Mark Arthur jumps up to the unseat Sam Baumgarten from pole.
Absolutely, and you can tell who drivers from Outcast Autosport are, as they are currently sitting 1, 2, 3 in the speed charts. Mark Arthur, Sam Baumgarten, and Jason Powell making his return tonight in the 18. Hoot Baker right now just working on turning laps and making sure he knows what that car is going to do when it comes time to boogie. The only one left in the top 8 that we're waiting to put in a time, that is the number 9 of Nick Okier. Approximately 5 minutes left in the qualifying session, and OK probably going to be waiting until it gets a little bit of cloud cover on the track. Let's go over the track conditions right now. Or the weather conditions, as we have 59-degree ambient air temperature, 82-degree track temperature, and an 8-mile-an-hour wind out of the southwest. That's a pretty strong wind to have to contend with. So OK probably watching the weather closely, waiting for something to kind of calm down a little bit before he pulls the trigger. And new paint scheme on the 9 tonight. Pretty decent looking Halloween scheme there. And of course that one coming to you courtesy of Michael Falk Racing Designs. So few wrinkles in the thing tonight to throwing a curveball at Kevin and I up here in the booth. As Baumgarten's starting to roll now. And is that
Okie's rolling.
Or sorry, Okie's rolling tonight. And yes, that is a chrome knife in fire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Running a Ford Mustang tonight. So, hats off to you, Mike Falk. So, while we are still under qualifying, waiting for Okie to post a time here, now would be a good time to visit our Teespring store. You can find a link in the video description below. Also, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, share, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any of the action here on ESPN. Racing every night of the week coming your way. And don't forget to check out the link to our Facebook page. Don't forget to check out the link to our Twitter page. And just debuting this past week, the brand new ESPNofficial.com, as Okie comes across to go fifth way. So, top 5 starting spots lock out by 4 of the 5 chase contenders who are with us tonight. Kevin O'Brien, the only one not putting it into the top 5. But O'Brien is a crafty racer, so don't count him out yet. Going to come out of here at the very least. Going to come out of here 6th place in points, and that's worst case scenario. As we do only have 5 of the Elite 8 with us tonight. So I dare say that's going to do it for qualifying tonight, as Doug Thompson normally does not post a time, neither does Tex Perry. Those guys normally not doing anything like that. And I keep telling Tex every time we come here, got to run the infield road course. And for those of you who have seen the track map of Kansas with the infield road course, you'll understand exactly why I keep making that statement to Tex. Anyways, now would be a good time to visit the little driver's room if you have to, or if you're so inclined to do so. Also visit our Teespring store, link in the video description below, where you can get all your hats, sweatshirts, throw pillows, coffee mugs, and the all-important ESPN face mask. And if you're so inclined, let your wife know that you love her with the "I Love My Wife" line of apparel that we have available there. Kevin, the jokes are flying already in the driver chat. Jason Powell, anyone got a set? I'm just here for the SR. This is a league race, bud. You don't get SR.
That's right.
So
we're just down to the last 50 seconds of qualifying. Just down to the last 50 seconds of qualifying.
So, 1 minute left. Smoke them if you got them. And don't forget, folks, we're probably going to be playing the at-home drinking game here tonight. And if you're new to the at-home drinking game, that is every time a caution flag flies, you take a drink for whatever number caution that is. So on the first caution, you take 1 drink. Second caution, pound 2 shots. Third caution, you pound 3 shots. When the checkered flag flies, if you're not already in the hospital with alcohol poisoning, you win. So that looks like it's going to do it for qualifying. Mark Arthur going quick time with a 30.670. Exactly 25 thousandths of a second faster than his teammate Sam Baumgarten. So, good on you, sir. And Kevin, getting a lot of feedback through your microphone, sir.
1 moment.
But cars starting to grid up now. Now, again, we are going 200 laps here tonight. Stages are going to be 45-90 and a race to the finish. So starting up on the pole is going to be the number 12 of Mark Arthur. He's going to be joined with his teammate Sam Baumgarten in the 53. The 18 of Jason Powell and the 41 of Dalton Kilroy are going to make up row number 2. Nick Okier and Patrick Gill are going to make up row number 3. Row 4 is going to see chase contender Kevin O'Brien and Hoot Baker. Doug Thompson and Tex Berry starting shotgun on the field. 10 cars scheduled to roll off here tonight. 200 lap the scheduled distance. As we are just waiting on, looks like Okier to finish going through tech. And ladies and gentlemen, you're definitely not going to want to miss the rest of the week here on ESPN, as we have a full lineup coming at you this week. 2 races. So. And to answer your question, in the truck, yes, and I agree. As field starts to roll off behind the Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing, teammates Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten going to lead him down to the green, and looks like Baumgarten also running a holiday-themed paint scheme. So another one from the Michael Falk Racing Design Studios. As the field works its way down the American Ethanol back straightaway here at the beautiful Kansas Motor Speedway into the 3-4 complex, and pretty much you're just waiting to just see what you got in this first segment here. As the field comes out of turn number 4, waiting for the pace car to roll on off. The only thing that's left to do is adjust the 5-point harness, wipe the visor, and Grandpa Papa Viagra, because it's time to get it on at Kansas. Race fans, it's showtime! As the green flag comes out and the teammates with triggers side by side they go. And Baumgarten getting edge turn number 1. Mark Arthur taking the short way around, though. Here we go. Down the American Ethanol back straightaway for the first time under anger. Top 3 starting to get it sorted out. As Powell and Kilroy still side by side for third. And Kilroy with a power move. Or Powell just lifting off the fuel there. Getting in line. Everybody down on the apron as they do the tango here in Kansas. Arthur, Baumgarten, Kilroy, Powell, Okier, Cowgill, O'Brien, Baker, Perry, and Thompson. Your running order, as that was Okier getting real close to that outside retaining wall And if he didn't catch it, I dare say another coat of paint, he would have been in deep trouble, as he is now fallen under pressure of Patrick Cowgill in the Rockstar Energy Drinks number 31, as we've got 2 laps in the books already. Cowgill still all over the back bumper of Okier. And Tex Perry into the wall coming off the field. Not the start he was hoping for. After getting eliminated last week from the chase, it's going to be a long night for the Them Boys 85 Toyota Camry. As O'Brien starting to make some headway in that Sunoco Race Fuels number 84, he is starting to reel in Patrick Cowgill in the 31, as we are currently working lap 4, and Doug Thompson hanging in there as well. Thompson starting shotgun on the field, and Kevin O'Brien, and O'Brien's into the wall coming off the 4 and still riding the safer barrier under the flag stand he goes, keeps it up there, keep it out of everybody's way. That's definitely not the start O'Brien was hoping for. He's going to have to, and he's got a lot of damage on the right side of that car. And O'Brien going to have to burn the fast repair on lap 5 as we still stay green. If he doesn't go a lap down here, it'll be a shocker before he can make it back to pit road. And there is a ton of damage on the right side of Perry's 85 as well. Perry, though, electing to stay out. O'Brien staying out as well. That's a ballsy move. I mean, I know it's early in the race. I know that you don't want to burn the fast repair this early, but that is definitely a ballsy move out of the Thunder from Down Under, Mr. Kevin O'Brien. Meanwhile, back up in the front, the 2 teammates, Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten, have started to pull away from Dalton Kilroe, as about 10 car lengths separate Baumgarten and Kilroe. But Mark Arthur has his rear filled with Jack Skellington right now, and the Nightmare Christmas paint scheme that is his teammate, the 53 of Sam Baumgarten, as we now have 7 laps in the book, starting lap 8. Arthur, Baumgarten, Kilroe, Powell, Okier, your top 5 as they currently sit. And the field's starting to get more strung out than a methadone clinic, as Hoop Baker's starting to make some headway now in the Virginia Tech Hokies number 82. Now, he started 8th on the field, currently sits in 9th, and he's got a damaged Tex Berry in front of him. Hoop just trying to turn some laps here, get the experience for next season, as he was eliminated last week out of the chase along with Perry. So those 2 guys just basically running for pride right now. And that is, other than the battle for the lead, that is our closest battle on track. And Sam Baumgarten looks like he's just riding right now. In that Nightmare Before Christmas Ford Mustang. As right now Mark Arthur in the pink number 12, where he's been most of this season, continuing to show the way. Yellow flag is out, and that's Tex Perry getting it all wrong coming off of turn number 2. And if we can get the boys in the truck to show us what did happen there. Looks like Perry might have got... Ooh! Yeah, Perry got a little bit loose. Patrick Cowgill finished him off, and Hoop Baker absolutely nowhere to go. Catches a race car to the face, and we are under caution for the first time here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. So I dare say we're probably going to see some wholesale pit stops. Let me just take a quick look here. Unlimited tire sets, so it would behoove everybody to get some for Mr. Feelgoods, maybe do a little bit of adjusting on your car as, yep, looks like just about everybody coming in. And look at the damage on the front of Hoop Baker's number 82.
We're taking a look on board, and you can't see out his windscreen. Okay, now the hood's down.
Yeah, the hood finally flops down, but that's the new damage model here on the ARCA car here in iRacing, as Tex Perry missing most of his front clip. How to turn an ARCA car into a pavement modified in one simple step by Tex Perry. So look for him to burn his fast repair, as looks like body panel is going back on that car. Although I could be wrong. And no, Perry's not burning his fast repair. Either that or he got popped for staying in, because that is an elongated pit stop. Mark Arthur winning the battle off pit road, though. Sam Baumgarten coming out in second, Jason Powell in third. So Powell able to gain a spot over the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Kilrow probably made some pit stop adjustments, which with these cars, the only thing you're allowed to change once the race goes green is you can play with the weight jackers. And if we can get one of the high-speed drones to follow Kilrow's car around for a little bit, I can kind of explain what we're looking at. In the back window, you'll see 3 orange dots. Two of those are the spring perch offsets, and the other one is the track bar adjustment. Those are the 3 things that you're allowed to adjust under a pit stop here in an open set league. As I believe the lights just went out on the pace car. Yes, they did. Mark Arthur elected to take the outside line, but you're allowed to adjust the spring perch offset to kind of jack the weight around and change the balance of the car, and the track bar, you're allowed to adjust that to help the car roll through the center of the corner. So with the fact that in sim time it's about 2:45 in the afternoon, no, I'm sorry. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon in sim time, as the field works its way out of the turn 4 complex. Pace car is in. Arthur has the button. He pulls the trigger, and we are back underway. Baumgarten not getting the restart he was hoping for. Nick Okier getting an awesome jump on that outside line. Okier and Baumgarten side by side, hauling it off into turn number 1. Baumgarten on the inside line with the short way around. Gets the clear coming off of 2. Okier tries to battle back, realizes Jason Powell is there in the 18, and flips up a little bit. Looks like the aero push is real tonight, as Powell, no drag help on that inside line, still hanging tough, taking the full way around. Okier gets the clear. Kilrow gets the clear. Powell back to 5th. So the closest battle on track right now is between the teammates of Nick Okier and Dalton Kilrow, both driving for Dr. Squatch. As Okier with the edge right now over his teammate Kilrow, trying to get some clean air coming across the stripe. As we are 15 in the book, Mark Arthur continues to show the way. Sam Baumgarten sitting in second, a half second behind his teammate, not getting the restart he needed to stay with his teammate. As the field's starting to get strung out again, and it looks like Tex Perry did in fact burn his fast repair and did get popped for speeding into pit lane. as Hoop Baker has gotten clear of Kevin O'Brien to move him up into the number 8 slot. O'Brien's back to 9th, and O'Brien sideways coming through 2. What a save for the driver of the Sunoco Race Fuels, number 84. O'Brien's going to have to do yeoman's work right now to try to reel the top back in. We're going to have to hope for a lot of attrition in front of him. As Kilroe has gotten by his teammate Okier, and Okier now under pressure from Jason Powell, as Powell running the high side, able to use Dalton Kilroe as the drafting partner, and Okier slips back into the number 6 spot. So Arthur Baumgarten, Kilroe, Powell, Okier, your top 5 right now. And Doug Thompson doing whatever he can to try to hang on to this lead pack. Meanwhile, business is starting to pick up at the front of the field as Baumgarten is closed right back in on the back bumper of his teammate Mark Arthur. Looks to the inside, tries to get some clean air onto the front end of that Nightmare Before Christmas inspired number 53. Little bit loosey-goosey coming off the turn number 4. Collects it back up, losing about a half a car length to his teammate as Arthur sails it off into turn number 1 to continue to hold the lead. And Nick Okier I think he's the wrong way on whatever adjustments he made under that pit stop, as he is dropping like a stone right. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. As he is dropping like a stone right now. And Jason Powell doing what he can to try to hang on with Dalton Kilroe. But Okier's got to be careful. He's got a very hungry Doug Thompson behind him. And on a side note, if you are an AC/DC fan, you'll notice that Doug Thompson's running the Friday the 13th inspired paint scheme. Friday the 13th in November, and Thompson's into the wall and struggles to get it off of there. A lot of damage on the right side of that Friday the 13th, number 13 of Thompson. But as I was about to say, if you are a rock and roll fan, AC/DC getting ready to drop a brand new album on Friday the 13th. So just a little side note if you are a rock fan. And Patrick Cowgill trying to make some headway now, as he's now gained a ton of time on Doug Thompson after Thompson had that oops coming off of turn number 4. As Mark Arthur continues to have his rearview mirror filled with Sam Baumgarten's number 53. Those two guys in lockstep right now. 2.5 seconds to the good over the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, it looks like a 2-car race up front for the last few laps.
Past few weeks.
Yeah, that's about right.
As Dalton Kilroe was flirting with disaster coming off of turn number 4. A coat of paint, he would have been in trouble. Let's put it that way. As Sam Baumgarten a little bit not happy to handle him right now, as they're up 10 laps under anger on this tire set, and it looks like Baumgarten went the wrong way on the adjustments. He is starting to fade a little bit. Still 2 seconds to the good over Dalton Kilroe, but what was a half a car length lead is now about a 4-car length lead for Mark Arthur. And again, this field getting pretty strung out as, Patrick Cowgill hits the backstretch wall, gets it all wrong coming off a 2. That's going to let Hoop Baker get by him. Cowgill with a lot of damage on the right side of that Rockstar Energy Drinks, number 31. So what headway he did make is now for naught, as...
That's not just damage. Okay, no, it corrected itself. The damaged model actually showed his wheel getting loose.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Is, you know, at first it goes to worst case scenario and then fixes itself to go, yeah, no, you know, it's not quite that bad. But it's fun the way that they've got the damage model set up on this car. And Calgill now under pressure from the Sunoco Race Fuels number 84 of Kevin O'Brien, as O'Brien desperately needs some points here tonight. Now, granted, coming into tonight, he's in the top 8. He was the 8th driver. Gonna leave here no worse than 6th. As Calgill still not happy with the handling of that 31. As O'Brien closing in ever closer. That is your closest battle on track right now. This is the battle for 8. As O'Brien full send it mode through 1 and 2. Calgill down low, O'Brien up high. O'Brien able to carry a ton more momentum coming off of the corner and down the American ethanol back straightaway. And give the spot to O'Brien. O'Brien up into 8th. So Arthur, Baumgarten, Kilroe, Okier, Powell, Thompson, Baker, O'Brien, Calgill, and Tex Perry currently sitting 3 laps down, and he is still fighting them boys Toyota Camry number 85. As he was about 8 different kinds of sideways coming off of turn number 2 in that last corner. So Perry definitely not happy with the way that car is handling, and Calgill takes the pit side finally. Try to get some damage repaired on that one. So that puts him in the lucky dog spot as we are 15 to go in this stage. Mark Arthur continuing to show the way up front. A full 1.5 seconds. That's about 7 city bus lengths between himself and his teammate Sam Baumgarten. As Calgill coming out of the pit. And again, this feels more strung out than a methadone clinic right now. And I just lost everybody. Sorry about that, folks. I'm back now. Oh, I missed you too. And Tex Perry, I believe. No, that's Doug Thompson coming out of the pits. So Thompson calling no mas, trying to get some damage fixed and get poor Mr. Feelgood's put on that car. As Okier still struggling, or I'm sorry, that was Baumgarten struggling with the lap car of Patrick Calgill. Calgill on the fresh tires. Baumgarten on quite a few lap old tires. Not sure how long they're going to keep this going. I dare say you can make it 45 laps here, or 35 anyways, under anger. But you can see the difference there between the old and the new, as Calgill on the fresh tires, Baumgarten on the old tires, 32.8 for Baumgarten that last lap, and 32.4 for Calgill. As Doug Thompson looking to flash by your leader. And Thompson's last lap was a 32 flat to Mark Arthur's 32.7. So roughly 0.7 of a second fall off, give or take. And Patrick Calgill a full second better than Mark Arthur that last lap. So tire fall off is definitely real here tonight at the Kansas Motor Speedway. as we are 10 to go in the stage. Mark Arthur continues to show the way. Sam Baumgarten sitting in second. Doug Thompson and Patrick Cowgill both just getting one of their laps each back the hard way. And that is your race for the lucky dog. As Thompson's into the wall. Wow. Hang on to her, son. And I dare say that's going to put an early end to Thompson's night. I believe he's already burned his fast repair. So that just made that night a whole lot more difficult for Doug Thompson in the 13. And looks like Dalton Kilroe has gone side, as has Jason Powell. And Nick Okier inherits third place. Hoot Baker up to fourth. Those are the only four drivers, Arthur, Baumgarten, Okier, and Baker, who have not pit under this green flag stint that we've got going on right now. As Tex Perry has put it on the hauler.
And Sam Baumgarten's head down to pit road.
Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten both in. Okier just inherits the lead of the race, gets credited with a lap led, so that's an all-important bonus point in this championship battle. Okier currently sitting in the number 4 spot in the points chase, and it looks like he might be coming pit side this time. So, yes, he is, as he makes that hard left turn. One of the most difficult pit lanes to get onto here at the Kansas Motor Speedway when you're at speed.
And Mark Arthur beats Sam Baumgarten off the pit lane.
So Mark Arthur down and away should cycle back through where Arthur is going to get the lead. There is Dalton Kilroe. This could get interesting. Kilroe at speed, and we should have a new leader right here. Kilroe slips up. Mark Arthur back up to speed. And there goes Nick Okier back out of the pits. So the battle for the lead right now between Arthur and Kilroe. Kilroe eats the wall coming off at 2. So Arthur with a bespoke advantage right now, coming to the line with 6 to go. Arthur, Kilroe, and Baumgarten, Okier, and Hoot Baker into the top. No, sorry, Jason Powell holding down the 5 spot. Hoot Baker up into 6th. As Kevin O'Brien getting ready to go a lap down here, and the right side of that race car looks like it's been through a war. So heavy damage on the Sunoco Race Fuels 84 of Kevin O'Brien. Meanwhile, Mark Arthur continues to show the way as we are 5 to go, make that 4 to go, this time to across the stripe, as they're getting ready to put Doug Thompson a lap down. Thompson almost gets into Arthur. I don't think he realized Arthur was closing that quickly. So, a first you say it, then you do it kind of moment for Mark Arthur. That's let Dalton Kilroe close right back into drafting range on him.
Who was that?
About 4 car lengths to the good. Mark Arthur in the pink, number 12. And Kevin, I don't know about you, but I'm showing a Powerpuff Girl on the hood of that one.
Doug Thompson just ate the wall, something fierce.
That looked very uncomfortable. So, whoever owns the body shop near Doug Thompson's race shop, you're going to be busy this next week. as popsicle sticks in the air, pits are closed, 2 laps to caution. And here comes the battle for the lucky dog when the caution does come out. It's Kevin O'Brien closing in on Doug Thompson to the head of steam. Thompson with a ton of damage, just basically telling O'Brien, go for it. So that moves Kevin O'Brien into the lucky dog position as both he and Doug Thompson are each 1 lap down. Okie struggling to get by Thompson now. As the white flag is out for this segment, Mark Arthur, Dalton Kilroe, Sam Baumgarten, your current running order. And Mark Arthur not going to put a lap on Hoot Baker. Hoot Baker, the last car on the lead lap in 7th. And caution should be out. Why is the caution not out? There it is. Stage caution. We're not under caution.
Nope. Are there stage cautions?
There it is. Apparently the program that normally throws the caution in the sim not working properly, but Mark Arthur, Sam Baumgarten, Dalton Kilroe, Nick Okie, Jason Powell, Patrick Cowgill, Hoot Baker, Kevin O'Brien, Doug Thompson, and Tex Perry getting the final point in the stage. 10 cars in the sim tonight, so 10, only everybody gets a stage, at least 1 stage point out of this one. And that is going to put, I don't know how they're going to do this, because it should have been a stage caution. Hoot Baker should have been the last car on the lead lap. Kevin O'Brien should have been the lucky dog. I believe they're going to need to have some discussions about that one. Wholesale pit stops for your lead lap cars as they all bring it inside to get 4 Mr. Feelgoods and a can of Go Fast. And we are going to wait until the pit stop is over, and we're going to reach out to our stage winner, Mr. Mark Arthur, once he is down and away from pit road. And there he goes, and here we go, reaching out to your stage winner, driver of the number 12, Mr. Mark Arthur. Mark, Tony up in the booth. You got me, sir?
Yeah, I got you.
So talk us through how slick it is out there. We're looking at 82-degree track temperature, but it seemed like it was a whole lot more greasy than that.
I was actually pretty tight right there. In that green flag stop, I went and loosened mine up a little bit because I had a little tight in the middle, midways through that run. It was a little loose late, but I think it was because it was so tight.
Well, we were talking earlier about what type of in-car adjustments you guys can make. How big of a swing did you have to take at it?
I didn't do much. I put a round in the left rear, took a couple rounds out of the right rear spring. This time it was a little loose right there, so I left that where it was at and added a little right rear or left rear tire pressure to see if I could tighten that up just a little bit.
Well, Mark, we're gonna let you get back to it, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in about 150 laps.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
So that was your one winner, Mr. Mark Arthur. Now, Kevin, you heard him say that he put a couple rounds in it. You know, I know you've run a lot of NIS stuff as of late. Does that seem like a lot to you, especially considering how different this is from the modern car?
Oh, you're asking the wrong driver for that, my friend. I turn steering wheels pretty good, but I'm useless when it comes to chassis adjustments.
Fair enough. So you're saying you're on the NIS fix, not the NIS Open.
Copy that.
Fair enough. As the lights go out on the Ford Must GT 500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing, Mark Arthur again electing to take that outside starting line, putting him in the best rubber on the track, and putting his teammate, what did Sam ever do to you? Putting his teammate down there in the not-so-friendly area of the track. So the restarting order is going to be Arthur and Baumgarten up on the front row, teammates there. Teammates of Kilroe and Okier starting next to them. Then you've got Cowgill, Powell, Hoot Baker, Doug Thompson, and Kevin O'Brien starting shotgun on the field. And Thompson and O'Brien both still one lap down. The delay in the caution coming out cost Kevin O'Brien the lucky dog. And yes, sir, you are correct. As pace car is, and Arthur has the button, pulls the trigger, and we are back underway. And Sam Baumgarten still not getting the greatest grease on that outside lane. Now, yes, they are teammates, he and Mark Arthur, but the only rules that Outcast Autosport has is A, try not to kill each other, and B, if you are going to kill each other, make sure it's a Sports Center highlight. As Baumgarten gets the clear on Dalton Kilroe, and Kilroe has gotten the clear on Okier. And okay, as Arthur has his rearview mirror filled with the 53 of his teammate Sam Baumgarten right now, you got to think Baumgarten took a big swing at this car with how much of a handling issue he was having under that last green flag stint. So Arthur continuing to show the way. Jason Powell has gotten clear of Patrick Cowgill. And Cowgill with a little bit of damage there as Doug Thompson has gotten by him. Now Thompson is a lap car. Hoot Baker is the last car on the lead lap behind Cowgill. But Doug Thompson has a run going right now. You think Thompson took a big swing at it under that last caution as well. And Kevin O'Brien has put it on the hauler. So second retirement tonight. Tex Perry, the first one to do so. Kevin O'Brien, the second one to do so. And the battle rages up front between the teammates Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten, as Baumgarten just biding his time right now, waiting, picking his spot to try to get the run on his teammate. As we are 1/4 of the way through this piece. And I would like to personally thank everybody in the building I live in who is downloading Schmutz on Netflix right now or adult streaming services of your choice. Thank you for the poor internet connection. So to reset the field, Mark Arthur continuing to show the way as Baumgarten throws it down onto the apron, tries to pull alongside as they haul it off into turn number one. Baumgarten with a nose out front, full send it mode for the Nightmare Before Christmas, number 53. He gets the clear coming off of two, and we've got a new leader, but for how long, as Arthur gets a great run coming off of 2. Drag race down the American Ethanol back straightaway, side by side into turn number 3. Arthur slips up a little bit, has to jump on the binders. That's going to let Baumgarten get a good run coming off of 4. Baumgarten with a nose out front. And here comes Dalton Kilrow as well. So Baumgarten with that all-important bonus for leading the lap here tonight, as Mark Arthur still battles back on that low lane. It's Baumgarten in the black car, and oh, wow!
Yeah, that's getting close.
That was a tractor-trailer. That was a trailer driver move. It, the right light, the flashy light means I'm coming, whether you want me to or not. As Arthur jumps up in front of Dalton Kilrow, another coat of paint on either one of those cars, and we would have had caution. Meanwhile, Sam Baumgarten with a 2-car length lead over his teammate Mark Arthur right now. Dalton Kilrow trying to figure out a way to get by Mark Arthur. And you got to think that Kilrow took a big swing at that Dr. Squatch number 41 tonight. And the battle rages on right now. Nick Okier under heavy pressure from the Victory in Jesus number 18 of Jason Powell. So Baumgarten, Arthur, Kilrow, Okier, and Powell, your top 5. And they've got a 7-second gap to Hoot Baker, who has a 2-car length lead over Patrick Calgill. Those are the last 7 cars on the lead lap. Doug Thompson, the last car still running, sits in 8th, 1 lap down, as Calgill looks to the inside of Baker and not going to make it happen, as Baker just keeps his foot in and on that high line, able to carry so much more momentum. As Mark Arthur closes in ever so slightly on his teammate Sam Baumgarten, who continues to show the way here tonight. And Arthur's got to be mindful, because he's got a very hungry Dalton Kilrow right behind him. So Baumgarten, Arthur, Kilrow, Okier, Powell, your top 5. As your top 3 have a 2-second gap over Nick Okier, who sits in 4th. So throw a blanket over your top 3, as you guys are just riding right now. We are about 12 laps into this tight run. And if the last segment, and Kilrow sideways coming off of 2. Wow, how did he save that? That was my vote. That's my vote for save of the night from Dalton Kilrow in the Dodge number 41, as he was aimed directly at the inside retaining wall coming off of 2, and somehow gathered that thing back up and didn't hit anything, and still maintains 3rd place, as business is picking up at the front of the field and for 4th, as Powell is still within striking distance on Nick Okier. Okier looks like he's fading a little more than Powell is right now.
And we got a side-by-side battle.
For the lead. And Mark Arthur gets a little bit squirrely coming onto the transition out of the apron. That's going to let Sam Baumgarten nose it back out front. So Kevin, I'm running blind here.
Oh, sorry. Well, we've got Sam Baumgarten holding the lead, Mark Arthur behind, and Dalton Kilrow's a good 2 seconds behind them. Following up with Nick Okier, who's another 1.5 or 3 seconds back from the leader, who's maintained, who's actually put a good gap between him and Jason Powell, but Powell's got a good run and it's creeping up back for the fight for fourth. Well behind them is Patrick Cowgill running alone, and Hoot Baker following a few seconds back, with Doug Thompson really struggling at the back of the field.
Sam Baumgarten continues to show the way. Mark Arthur mounted a charge, but has kind of backed off a little bit, as we have got to be closing in on green flag pit stops. As Dalton Kilrow, who was up front with Baumgarten and Arthur, has now fallen back into the clutches of his teammate. That's Nick Okier filling his rearview mirror right now.
And
as Okier throws it down onto the apron, teammates haul it off side by side into turn number 1. Okier with the nose out front, short way around for Okier in the 9. Give the spot to Okier. Okier up the third, Kilrow back fourth. And Jason Powell starting to fade. The only good news is he has about a 15-second gap between 5th place Jason Powell and 6th place Patrick Cowgill.
And we got Dalton Kilrow down into pit road.
I thought that's who I saw, but I couldn't click on the name fast enough. So Kilrow, the first one of the top 5 to blank. And I thought we were getting close to green flag stops. But Kilrow hoped to get the undercut like he did last time. It worked for him in segment 1. Let's see how well it works for him here in segment 2, as so far he's the only taker to go down pit road. And you got to think he's got to be making wholesale adjustments to try to stop the bleeding on the number 41, the Dr. Squatch machine. And Sam Baumgarten starting to stretch his legs now. And as the sun starts to set, we're currently 25 minutes to 4 in sim time, as you see some shadows going down into turn number 1. So that's going to cool the track off just ever so slightly. Track temperature's already down to 79 degrees. We started at 83, so that is only going to make these cars, and we heard Mark Arthur say that he was tight. That's only going to make these cars tighter as the race wears on. So Baumgarten continuing to show the way. He's got about a 5-car length lead. Make that a 10-car length now, as Mark Arthur is fading and fading quickly. Dalton Kilrow, the only car to have gone pit side so far in this segment.
Doug Thompson also dove in right after him.
Okay, that would explain why Thompson is now 2 laps down. And he is weaving his way between the battle between Patrick Cowgill and Hoot Baker. That's your battle for 5th, starting to really heat up right now. As those two guys have been in lockstep most of the night. And good to see Hoot Baker back in the Virginia Tech Hokies, number 80. Cowgill, a lot of damage on the Rockstar Energy, number 31. Not the night he was hoping for. As Jason Powell starting to reel in Nick Okier again. Still waiting on the rest of the lead lap cars to take it down pit road. Now the question is, where is this going to file out with Dalton Kilrow having gone in a few laps ago? And your leaders are in. as Arthur tried to overshoot his teammate going into pit road. That's going to hand the lead of the race over to Okier. What was the battle for fourth is now the battle for the lead between Okier and Powell. As they haul it down the American Ethanol back straightaway, Powell able to use Okier as a drafting partner, as Okier right down on that white line. Powell has to run a little bit up, and them are in now as well. Not the easiest pit lane to get onto and off of. But everybody seems to have clean. And coming off of pit road, there goes Dalton Kilrow. As Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten come out of the road in lockstep. Dalton Kilrow has flashed by. So he is now technically back on the lead lap. Okier still in the pits. Powell still in the pits. Left sides are up on both of them. They're both down and away. And we're going to need to wait to see how this one files out. And it looks like Dalton Kilrow has inherited the lead.
It does
so
indeed.
Something we talk about a lot on road racing circuits is the undercut, where you pit early and you're able to make up so much time on everybody else. And yes, he is. Dalton Kilrow with a 3-second advantage over the teammates of Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten. So the battle right now is really for second between the teammates, as Mark Arthur, his teammate, now that is your battle for second. And we saw that Sam Baumgarten had a little bit of an advantage on his teammate under that first set of green flag runs that we had there. They bring it down the American Ethanol back straightaway again in lockstep, trying to reel in Dalton Kilrow as best they can. Kilrow in that Dr. Squatch number 1 is 2.3 seconds to the good, so they were able to rip 0.3 of a second out of his lead that time. The question is there enough time left in the segment for them to get to him and by him? Getting to him is one thing. Getting by him, that's going to be a whole different ballgame. Because Dalton Kilrow knows how close this points battle is. Dalton Kilrow knows... Go ahead. No, that's Cowgill, and Cowgill just spun into the infield. And there's the game changer right there. That should, for all intents and purposes, give the lucky dog to Doug Thompson. So that'll put Doug Thompson. Well, the thing is, you got to remember with the damage model here, it could have just completely ripped the right front suspension off that car. So when he went to go correct back, there was nothing there. And we are... Oh, Sam Baumgarten stays out. And Cowgill has put it on the hauler. And then there were 7. So Cowgill still putting it on the hauler, and there goes Simpson. Get the free pass. And if you're Hoot Baker, you gotta be an unhappy camper right now, because that would have given him a wave around had Baumgarten gone pit side. Now, the big question is, as we are inside 10 to go before the stage ends, how much tire does Sam Baumgarten have left? We are about to find out, as both Kilrow and Arthur bring it off of pit road. Kilrow in front of Arthur. Okier getting off pit road. Jason Powell had taken it pit side. And Doug Thompson has finally caught the tail end of the field and is back on the lead lap. So good to see that happen. Doug Thompson, one of the old guard here in the NASCOM Online Saturday Night ARC Series. So looks like we are going to have about lights are still on the pace car. So it looks like we're going to have about a 6-lap shootout to the stage caution. And everybody except for Sam Baumgarten is on fresh tires. So that is going to be the big deciding factor of how much tire fall off is there, and how much of the goodie has Sam Baumgarten already burned off those tires after running about 10 laps under anger. We are going to find out here relatively soon. As Baumgarten, Kilrow, Arthur, Okier, Powell, Thompson, Cowgill, and Hoot Baker has put it on the hauler as well. So Doug Thompson in 6th. The last car still running. So don't forget to visit our Teespring store, ladies and gentlemen. You can find the link in the video description below. You can visit our Facebook page or Twitter handle. And also, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to visit the brand new ESPNofficial.com web page. Complete listing of what races we will be covering in the upcoming weeks, as well as video links to our video archive and all the links I just described below, or Teespring store, or Facebook page, or Twitter, and so on, can be found there. And if you do go to our Teespring store, don't forget to let your wife know that you love her by getting the line of "I Love My Wife" apparel found in our Teespring store. As Sam Baumgarten electing to take the inside line, Dalton Kilrow on the high side. Have the button as the field works its way off of turn number 4. And waiting for the pace car to take that left turn in. Baumgarten holds him down and finally pulls the trigger, and we are back underway with 6 laps to go, and this looks like a rush hour on the highway, Kevin.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, hang on to her. Baumgarten with a little bit of a drift action going on, coming off of 2. Kilrow with a nose out front. Powell working the inside of Okier. You got to think Powell had to have taken a big swing at it, knowing that we've got a short run here going. As Kilrow going to lead that one. Baumgarten in 2nd, Arthur in 3rd, Okier in 4th. Powell in 4th, Okier in 5th. And the last car still running is Doug Thompson in 6th.
Powell seemed to nearly lock it up there. He had hella smoke coming out of the back of his car.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of damage on the 18 right now. So, and that was just on my screen. So, 4 to go. Kilrow shows the way. And Mark Arthur has gotten by his teammate. So, Sam Baumgarten not going to be happy with the older tires. Still going to be able to get some bonus points for the stage. But, well, he just learned that there's a vast difference between old tires and new tires. About 1.5 seconds is the difference. As Dalton Kilrow continues to show the way here, and popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go. Kilrow's got to hold off any charge that's going to happen from Mark Arthur. And the field's starting to get really strung out right now. And Doug Thompson up into 4th. So good on you, Doug. So after struggling early, Thompson able to get things sorted out. 1 lap to go in the stage. Kilrow continues to show the way in the Dr. Squatch number 41. Mark Arthur sits in 2nd in the pink number 12. And Sam Baumgarten in 3rd. In the Nightmare Before Christmas for 53. Doug Thompson in the Friday the 13th, number 13. Jason Powell in the Victory in Jesus number 8. Nick Okie in the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 9. Your last car still actually running. And there is the caution to end the stage. Dalton Kilrow coming home with max points. He needed them. He needed them a lot. Problem is, Mark Arthur just got 2nd place points there. So that kind of negated just about anything Kilrow would have gained. But every point is important. So one point over Mark Arthur there. Sam Baumgarten getting 3rd place points. Doug Thompson 4th points. Nick Okie 5th place points. Jason Powell 5th points. Nick Okie 6th place points. So there is that. As we are under the competition question again. So getting back to what we were discussing earlier, full plate of racing this week from ESPN. Tomorrow night, Kevin, you and I are going to be at my home track, Kansas Speedway, with the Dirt Championship Esports Pro Late Model Division, as they take on the D-shaped Demon of the North. Sam and Frank are, I believe, at Texas with the MPI Cup Series. And then Tuesday, I'm really excited for. Sam and Frank are going to be at Texas with the Western States Series. And Kevin, you and I are debuting brand new Trucks League, TRUCS. It's their truck series here on Tuesday nights. I'm very much looking forward to that at Daytona.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Looking forward to that as well. Dalton Kilrow makes it off pit lane first and maintains his position, followed by Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten. And
we are going to actually reach out to the stage winner, driver of the Dr. Sketch, number 41, Dalton Kilrow. Dalton, Tony up in the booth, you got me, sir.
Sure.
How big of a swing have you been taking at that car? Because you were out to lunch during the first part of the first segment.
Yeah, it's swinging for the fences at this point. With only a couple guys still left in this race, it's more just like a try and just make it to the end. You'll still get a good finish, but I'm still wanting to obviously get the best finish I can. I don't know if y'all have caught it, but there have been a couple times my car has been about 90 degrees sideways off turn 2. I'm just killing the right rear, so it's just been me trying to experiment and find ways to change up my driving style and make adjustments to where I don't kill it as much and don't have that happen.
Track bar, my friend, track bar.
Oh, I've been trying.
Well,
there's one nasty
you got
bump
anything
in
for
1 and
these
2
guys?
that I keep hitting bad.
Absolutely. Do you think you got anything for these guys in the closing segment here?
If it's a long run, no. If we make it all the way to the end and I'm still in a decent position, there's a late race caution, I might have a shot, but I'll need a golden horseshoe tonight. Mark and Sam are just on another level, and with the right rear going off on my car, it's hard to keep up with them too much as the fuel run goes on.
All right. Well, Dalton, best of luck to you. Hopefully we're talking to you in about 100 laps.
10-4. Thank you.
That was the driver of the Dr. Scotch, number 41, Dalton Kilrow, who did win the race. Now, you heard him say doesn't think he's got anything for these guys on the long run, but we've seen him lead at the end of a green flag pit stop run. So lights go out on the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing, and Kilrow electing to take the inside lane. Mark Arthur in the pink number 12 and right next to him. Do have to give a big shout out to everybody in the chats right now. Miss Connie, thank you for joining us. Miss Lori, thank you for joining us. As we know who you ladies are pulling for. That would of course be the driver of the. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be a smart ass right now. They make no qualms about it. They're pulling for Mark Arthur. As the field works its way through the 3-4 complex, and Kilrow gonna have the button. He's gonna need to get the restart of his life right here and hope he doesn't burn the right rear off that car this time. As he has a swarm of Outcast Autosports all around him. Pace car makes the hard left turn onto pit road. Kilrow has the button and holds him down, finally pulls the trigger, gets a great jump, and just about stacks the field up behind him as Powell right rib safer barricade started Jason Powell's wall as Baumgarten and Arthur still side by side for second, and that battling from the teammates for second is letting Dalton Kilrow jump out to about a 5-car length lead right now. He's got to be looking in his rearview mirror, loving that view. As Arthur and Baumgarten still side by side, only about a bumper length separate the two, as Jason Powell trying to figure out what he's got to do to get by his teammates. As they haul it down the American Ethanol back straightaway again, still side by side. Arthur in the high lane, Baumgarten in the low lane. That's your battle for second. And Baumgarten full send it mode going into 3. Arthur tries to battle back, keeps the momentum up, but Baumgarten just a little too strong on that inside lane, jumps up in front of his teammate, and now you have an Outcast Autosports 234 freight train as they now set their sights on trying to reel in Dalton Kilrow, and I could be wrong as Mark Arthur throws it all the way down onto the apron, not making it stick though, and that's going to let Baumgarten get by, and here comes Powell. Powell with the power move going into 3. So that chippy move from Mark Arthur has cost him a spot, almost in the second one.
Yeah, that would have definitely been smarter for all 3 of them to keep working as they were. for a few more laps. That was quite a dramatic and unnecessary move that split them like acrobatic planes over Lake Ontario.
I like that. I'm going to borrow that. As Sam Baumgarten now seemed to reel in Dalton Kilrow, had a 10th to the good for Baumgarten that time. And why did that just sound like Powell just ate hot garbage going into one?
He did indeed.
A lot of damage on the right side of the... Whoa. Hang on to her, Doug Thompson. Thompson chases it down the hill coming off a 2. Powell with a lot of damage on the right side of the Victory in Jesus Motorsports number 18. And business is picking up at the front of the field as Sam Baumgarten within a car length and a half of Dalton Kilrow as they haul it off into turn number 1 at the halfway mark. So Kilrow, Baumgarten, Arthur, Paul, Okie, Thompson, the car's still running. Patrick Cowgill has put it on the hauler in 7th. Pete Baker has put it on the hauler in 8th. Kevin O'Brien in 9th. And Tex Terry rounding out the field. The first one to put it on the hauler. Kilrow showing the way still as the aero push is real in these cars, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite as pronounced as the newer Cup cars. As Baumgarten looks to the inside, tries to get crossover coming off the 2. Has to be careful he doesn't burn the right rear off. And we heard Dalton Kilrow mention that he's been burning the right rear off. So look for him to probably run that second groove to try to conserve the tires as much as he can. But the thing is, if somebody can get underneath him, he's gonna be in trouble. So Kilrow continuing to show the way. Baumgarten filling in. The guys that were teammates, now rivals. Kilrow showing the way. Baumgarten sits in 2nd, and they are starting to gap Mark Arthur. And it looks like Kilrow has the advantage through 1 and 2. Baumgarten has the advantage through 3 and 4. As Kilrow continues to run that second groove, and it looks like Baumgarten might be a little too loose to try to do the undercut to get underneath Kilrow coming through 1 and 2. And Kilrow trying to do everything he can to try to save that right rear tire for as long as he can and still keep that car out front. So Baumgarten backing up a little bit to try to get a run on Kilrow, as Kilrow running for his life right now because he knows Baumgarten has a long run car. And you got to think Sam Baumgarten knows that Kilrow is struggling on the long runs, and he's just biding his time right now. So Kilrow, Baumgarten, Arthur, Powell, Okie, and then you're a full 2 seconds back from Okie to the last car still running of Doug Thompson. Okie and Powell still firing shots at each other. And Powell, with as much damage as he has on the right side of the Victory in Jesus number 18, still able to maintain a pretty good gap between himself in 4th and the 5th place car. That is the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 9 of Nick Okie. Mark Arthur right now in no man's land. He cannot gain any ground on those 2 cars battling for the lead. That is his teammate Sam Baumgarten, who sits in 2nd in the Michael Falk Racing Designs inspired Nightmare Before Christmas number 53, and the Dr. Squatch number 41 of Dalton Kilrow. And Kilrow starting to stretch his legs a little bit. Now, the question is, did he make enough of the right adjustments to be able to keep the tires under that for the entire green flag stop here? Because with only 6 cars, it would surprise me if we don't stay green.
He he is looking a lot more solid around this time since the last pit stop. So I think he's found his sweet spot.
I think he's made enough of the right adjustment to not completely destroy it. The question is, we've seen it happen to him in the past. Dalton Kilroe's connection going to hold out, because Dalton's connection is about as stable as my connection. And we all know how stable that is. As Baumgarten closes in about a half a car length, what was a 3-car length gap now down to about a car length and a half between the two. So Kilroe continues to show the way, and Mark Arthur not able to make any headway on them, but the good news is he is starting to put a gap on Nick Okier, who has gotten by Jason Powell, as Powell brushes the wall coming off a 2 again. So Powell definitely struggling here at Kansas tonight.
And he's in the wall again.
And in the wall again. That's not what he was hoping for. And I believe he's already burned his fast read, because that car was just pancaked on the right side at one point. Now, Kansas is definitely not one of the easiest tracks to get around, and that's why I keep suggesting to the league admins that next time you come here, run the infield road course. For those of you who know my sense of humor and have seen the track map of the track here at Kansas, you'll understand why I keep suggesting that.
I don't want to interrupt, but look at the gap that Kilroe has pulled from Baumgarten. It's Baumgarten's now closing it up, but he's significantly pulled away.
Yes, he has. And if I'm not seeing things, I believe Sam Baumgarten might have some damage on the right side of that car, just ever so slightly. Yeah, he's flattened the right side of that car, and he's now starting to fall back into the clutches of his teammate Mark Arthur. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be concerning for Sam Baumgarten. Bad news for him, good news if you're Mark Arthur, because he's now starting to catch his teammate, and with no visible damage on the right side of the pink number 12, I dare say that he might have a shot at regaining second place. Now, Kevin, I do need to ask you this, because we had an argument about this last week. What paint scheme are you seeing on Mark Arthur's car?
I'm seeing a number 12 My Little Pony with what's that? Bling pedals on the back.
And I just wanted to state for the record, trading paint, you suck. And that's why I keep calling it pink number 12, because apparently they don't want me to see the new beautiful paint scheme from Michael Falk Racing Designs, who does all the paint schemes for the Outcast Autosports team. That, of course, is Mark Arthur, Sam Baumgarten, and Jason Powell, as well as the Top Flight boys over in Dalton Kilroe and Nick Okier. So quite a few MF Design paint schemes on track tonight, and unfortunately I don't get to see all the beautiful ones.
So we're getting quite strung out again here. Dalton Kilroe in the lead, another second, 1.1 seconds to Sam Baumgarten, another 1.5 to Mark Arthur, and then it's almost 5 seconds back to Nick Okier. Jason Powell's a good almost 9 seconds back, and Doug Thompson's still struggling with that wall at 12 seconds back from the lead.
Well, you got to give Thompson credit. As much of a problem as he had earlier, he's still slugging away at it. So, you've got to give Doug Thompson credit in that number 13.
Absolutely. When everybody, when everybody else behind him is, put it on the hauler, you can see I'm looking now, you can see the good bashes Friday the 13th Mobile has been getting on that right side.
And Baumgarten's going pit side.
So that's going to change the dynamic.
Baumgarten, the first one to blank as Dalton Kilrow continues to show the way. Now the question is, when is he going to come pit side? And
it's not this time.
Are we going to? Not this time. He's not, and you got to be careful. Little bit sketchy coming off of 4, and that has let Mark Arthur to reel him in. So there's our answer. Kilrow may have used up the goodie on the right rear of that Dr. Squatch number 41, as he feared he might have, as okay.
Kilrow stays out another lap.
Kilrow stays out. Arthur stays out. Thompson coming in this time. So Baumgarten and Okier have both gone pit side, as has Jason Hall. So that lets Doug Thompson up into third, who pit side this time. Kilrow coming in this time, as is Mark Arthur. They both charge the line. Arthur, a little bit of smoke, locks him up coming to the cones. We're going to have to keep an eye on this one to see if either one of those two naughty boys has gotten popped for speeding. As it's going to be real interesting to see how this one cycles through. And you got to remember what this car is called.
And Dalton Kilrow gets off and out. Mark Arthur's out. Oh, sorry. Kilrow's out. Sam Baumgarten's comfortably in the lead now.
So, green flag pit stops are done. Let's see what this says. So, Baumgarten, your new leader, 3 seconds to the good, 3.5 seconds to the good over Dalton Kilrow, who is another 4 seconds to the good over Mark Arthur. Is 2.5 seconds to the good over Nick Okier, and Okier is a second to the good over Jason Powell. That is your closest battle on track right now between Okier and Powell, which is your battle for fourth. Baumgarten able to get the undercut by about a lap and a half. Is really starting to stretch his left right now. Clean air definitely helping the Nightmare Before Christmas inspired racing designs number 53 of Sam Baumgarten. And just as I say that, Dalton Kilrow has already cut 0.3 of a second into Baumgarten's lead. Now, mind you, we have not seen the money stop yet. We're probably going to need to see about more pit stops before this one's over if it stays green. But Kilrow definitely showing he's got the short run speed, had the long run speed that time as well. You got to wonder what type of swing Baumgarten put it are, as he is currently doing everything he can to try to Kilrow trying to do everything he can to reel in Baumgarten, as Baumgarten has now put another 10th on Kilrow, so they are swapping lap times back and forth here. Both of them running sub 30-second laps, 32.5, 32.4, respectively for Baumgarten and Kilrow. Mark Arthur, best he can do is a 31.6. So,
meanwhile, Powell is caught up to Okier and is about 3/10 between them.
So about 5 car lengths separate Okier from Powell. That is your closest battle on the track, and then it's your battle for 4th between the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 9 and the Victory in Jesus number 18 of Powell, as they continue to trade lap times as well. A 31.8 for Okier the last time, 31.9 for Powell. So Powell will gain a 10th one lap, lose a 10th the next lap, gain a 10th, lose a 10th. They're kind of in lockstep right now. The other one, both of them hoping that the other one makes a mistake, as Powell that was Okier, a little bit swirly in the transition to the apron going down the front chute, as Dalton Kilrow he's pulled about half a second out of Sam Baumgarten's lead, but we're going to stay with this battle for 4th right now. And Powell was on a slide for life coming off the 2. But he has really started to reel in. Okier has the draft now and took 2/10 out of Okier's gap there. And Okier looks like he might be struggling already. That car not happy coming through too. Now we heard Kilrow mention that there's a nasty bump in the middle of 1 and 2, and I think Okier might be catching it lap after lap, whereas Powell figured out how to get around it. So Powell is definitely reeling in Okier. We are going to have some fun starting here within another lap, so as about a car length and a half separate Okier and Powell. That is the battle for 4th. Closest battle on track, and Powell has to chase it down the hill in the middle of 2. So just as I said, he might have figured out how to get by that bump. Yeah, not so much. As finally I can see the paint scheme on Mark Arthur's car. I had to delete every paint scheme for this car out of my inventory, but I can finally see the right car. And again, that is another beautiful one painted by Michael Falk Racing Designs. As business is starting to pick up at the front of the field, as Dalton Kilrow can actually see Sam Baumgarten brushes the wall going into 1. That is not going to help his cause at all. Baumgarten running for his life right now, and he just brushed the safer barrier on the entrance to 1. And that safer barrier will come out and bite you if you're not careful about it. And Powell has reeled in Okier again. About a car length and a half separate the 2. As Powell trying to figure out how to get by Okier needing to just run for his life right now, as every point counts in this this points battle. and throw a blanket over the top four. I believe it's only 27 points separate Mark Arthur in first to Nick Okier in fourth in the point standing. And Okier needs every point he can get right now to hang with these guys. As Powell looks low through the middle of 1 and 2, and he gives up momentum every time he does that. And the way Nick Okier is running, this is what Mark Arthur talked about last week. The fast line around here is out near that wall in the corner because you can carry so much more momentum. You have to pinch the car down so much on that inside lane to make it happen, especially when you're this late into a tire run and a fuel run. Everybody's burned the goodie off this by now. So whatever you have is whatever you have. And business is starting to pick up at the front of the field as Dalton Kilroe, now 5 car lengths separate Dalton Kilroe from Sam Baumgarten. Kilroe cut about 3/10 into Baumgarten's lead that last lap. So Kilroe, he was concerned about the long run in that Dr. Squatch number 31. I think he figured it out. Hang on to her. And there goes Sam Baumgarten for Life to Life infield. And we've got a new race leader. Baumgarten got all wrong coming off of 4. And that's the problem when you're running that high line here. Is you run the risk of eating the safer barrier. And Dalton Kilroe was able to take evasive action. So we've got a new leader. That is the Dr. Squatch number 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Baumgarten, Arthur, and Mark Arthur starting to reel in his mate, who has a lot of damage on that number 53. There is a lot fender damage on the right rear of that Michael Falk Racing Designs. Number 53 is Sam Baumgarten, and Mark Arthur is starting to reel him in. Meanwhile, Nick Okier still has his rearview mirror filled with the 18 of Jason Powell. But the only thing is, with this one groove racetrack like it is, Okier gets it all sideways coming off of 4. Powell shoots it to the low side, drag race, and Powell going to be full send it going into 1. And just like that, Okier into the wall again. Okier into the wall, Powell up into 4th. And that's what I was just mentioning, is that you've got to hope that the guy you're battling with makes a mistake and you don't. And so far, Jason Powell has not put a wheel wrong. And Jason, you can feel free to send your hate mail. That's Tony Trapasso, ESPN Towers, Speedsport, New York, P.O. Box OU812. Because I think I just jinxed him. But hopefully I didn't. As Dalton Kilroe.
Powell just scraped the wall, so you may have.
Yeah, there we go. But not quite as bad as Nick Okier did. This is Okier with a ton of damage on the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 9. Powell just a little bit of paint damage on the Victory in Jesus number 18. And Dalton Kilroe seconds to the good over Sam Baumgarten, who is falling back into the clutch as his teammate, the number 12, My Little Pony whip of Mark Arthur.
Oh, and Sam Baumgarten tops the wall, getting a great opportunity for Mark Arthur to close the gap.
And Doug Thompson, first one to blink, go pit side, as we are closing in on green flag stops for the rest of the field. And you can see just a ton of damage on the right side of Baumgarten's car as Arthur takes the high lane, and it looks like Baumgarten going pit side. Yes, he is. So Baumgarten be the first one to go pit The question is, what type of undercut can he get on Dalton Kilrow? And we saw what happened last time.
Kilroe's actually still out there.
Kilrow is still out there. Mark Arthur is still out there. Jason Powell is still out there. Baumgarten, Okier, the first two of the top 5 to blank. Doug Thompson, 2 laps down, was the first one to blank. And we're going to see what happens here as Kilrow stays out, Arthur stays out, and Powell goes in. Baumgarten's down and away. Okier still in pit road. Finally down and away. Extended pit stop. Okier. Got to think that they ran a baseball bat around the wheel wells of that one, just to make sure that there was no tire rub for the closing laps of this one, as Dalton Kilrow stays out again.
As does
Mark Arthur. So they are the only two who have not gone pit side yet. This is going to be interesting to see what type of difference we're going to see as far as when the pit stops cycle out. With Sam Baumgarten being the first one to blink, he's on his first flyer with the fresh tires right now. Let's see what type of lap time he's going to put up as Kilrow stays out again. Kilrow's last lap, 32.81 to Sam Baumgarten.
31.
Sam Baumgarten, 31.2. So almost a 2-second difference. So Kilrow and Arthur are going to have to go pit side to try to stop the bleeding right now. And just as I say it, Arthur goes in, Kilrow stays out though. You got to think Kilrow is hoping for a caution right now, that somebody on cold tires is going to step on their own junk. And Mark Arthur still not in his stop, and I can tell you right now, finally into his pit stall, and Kilrow takes a pit side this time. 32.8 to a 31.2. You got to think that Sam Baumgarten is, as he gets his lap back the hard way right there, and Dalton Kilrow is still not in his pit box. Finally into his pit box. Mark Arthur down and away, and just fighting the looseness of that car coming off of 2 on cold tires. Baumgarten coming off of 4 is going to inherit the lead right there. As Rowe finally down and away, he sees Baumgarten flash by. And I'm running blind again.
It's Baumgarten leading the way. Kilrow about 3 seconds behind, and a second behind that, Mark Arthur. Jason Powell's a full 9 seconds back from Mark Arthur. Nick Okier a half second behind that, and Doug Thompson 8.5 seconds behind Nick Okier.
So your closest battle on track right now is actually the battle for 4th again between Powell and Okier. And we saw Okier have a little bit of an extended time in the pit. You've got to think probably just to make sure that the wheel wells were opened on the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 9, as he is still struggling. And business is starting to pick up for second as, no, it's not, because Dalton Kilrow is starting to leg it out a little bit from Mark Arthur. And he just took a half a second out of Sam Baumgarten's lead. So you've got to think Kilrow knows how tight the points battle is. Only 19 points separate he from Mark Arthur races to collect as many points as he possibly can before championship weekend in Phoenix. But Sam Baumgarten needs this win. Because Dalton Kilrow needs this win because Sam Baumgarten and Mark Arthur have just run roughshod over the entire field the last 4 weeks. So Kilrow knows how important these points are. He could make up a ton of them on Mark Arthur right now if he can get by Sam Baumgarten. And he's got to hope for Mark Arthur to have some problems. As Okier gets by Powell.
No. Powell just disappeared.
Powell has a 4-digit ping. So, connection issues, and Powell's back. So, connection issues for Jason Powell. 4-digit ping territory for the Victory in Jesus number 18.
Kilrose closed the gap a bit to Baumgarten. It's about 1.3 seconds and falling.
So Baumgarten's lead that was 3.5 seconds, and Kilrow brushes the wall going into 1. That's not going to help his cause. Is now down to under 1 second. And Kilrow with a head of steam. And 6 inches good that last lap. Dalton Kilrow over
Baumgarten
Sam
got
Baumgarten.
into the wall heavily. Kilrow's right on his tail and passing.
And I'm blind again.
Kilrow's pulling away. Already 0.3 of a second in front of Baumgarten, who really impacted that wall.
And Kevin, that's something we were talking about earlier, where you've got to hope you're chasing down makes a mistake and you can get by them cleanly. Sam Baumgarten doing the right thing, brush wall, and it brushes the wall again going into 1. And you can't tell me Sam Baumgarten is not running for his life right now, because he has worn all of the good off the right side of that car already. And Dalton Kilrow starting to stretch his legs in the Dr. Squatch number 41. As they are coming up on some lap traffic, it looks like the 13 of Doug Thompson. Thompson way off this right now. Thompson currently running in 6th. Last car on the lead lap. Last car actually still running. And Jason Powell has gotten back by Nick Okier for 4th.
Thompson throws it down to the apron and lets Kilrow sail on by, who's now pulled himself a full 2 seconds in front of Baumgarten, who's in a fight with...
Baumgarten just lost second to his teammate, Mark Arthur.
That's right.
Mark Arthur just sailed by his teammate going through 1 and 2. Baumgarten way off the pace right now. A lot of damage on the right side of that Michael Falk Racing Designs number 53. And we have yet to see the money stop, ladies and gentlemen. So buckle up, because it's about to get fun. As Kilrow shows the way, 2.5 seconds to the good over Mark Arthur, who sits in 2nd. Sam Baumgarten in third is 13 seconds to the good over Jason Powell, who is 3 seconds to the good over Nick Okier. Okier, the last car on the lead lap, and Doug Thompson is in the pits again, down and away, first one to blink, working lap 162 for your leader, Dalton Kilrow.
Kilroe's looking nice and steady.
The question is, does Mark Arthur actually have anything for Dalton Kilroe? Kilroe has been strong the last half of this race so far. And I dare say he's closing in on clinching most laps led.
I would think you're right.
As that last time by, Mark Arthur with a 32.2, Dalton Kilroe 32.1. This time it's going to be 32.2 for Kilroe and a 32.2 for Arthur. So no advantage gained there. Dropping off a little bit to a 32.7. So as far as tire fall off, these guys are already a second slower than they were on a fresh set of Mr. Good.
And
so Dalton go ahead.
Kilroe is pulling away again. 3 seconds, almost 3.2 seconds, and climbing.
Had a full second advantage gained there. A 33.1 to Kilroe's 32.2. So Kilroe 32.2, Mark Arthur 33.1 that last lap. And this time, yeah, even worse. 32.3 to a 33.0. So yeah, Kilroe starting to stretch his legs.
We're
fall
at 4
off on the
seconds.
Dr. Squatch. Yeah, the Dr. Squatch number 41 is definitely not falling off like the rest of these cars are. So whatever adjustments Dalton Kilroe made the last time he threw something at it, you heard him say he was throwing the kitchen sink at the car. Well, he threw the kitchen sink and the shower at it. And
well, visually, you can just see him holding a line lap after lap, a lot smoother than some of the remaining drivers on track who are getting a little squirrely, tapping the wall, all of that scrubbing on top of the tapping the wall is not mistakes that Kilroe is making.
You are absolutely correct. And, this time across the stripe, 4.7 seconds to the good for Kilroe that time across the stripe. As the sun's starting to really go set here in Kansas, we're probably going to be under the lights before too much longer. And I dare say that what once was a loose race car, as the track temperature just now cools off to a balmy 72 degrees, ambient air temperature down to 69 degrees. Dalton Kilroe, this track is starting to fall into Dalton Kilroe's hands. I heard Mark Arthur say that he was tight at the end of the run early on, or was loose early on. So I'm thinking that as the track is tightened up, it's hindered Mark Arthur and it's helped Dalton Kilroe. So it's going to be interesting to see as we are getting ready for another round of green flag stops. If my high-powered presenters are working properly. Of course, we are talking about Common Core from Manhattan. Get your hate mail coming, folks. I make no qualms about it. As Dalton Kilroe now 6 seconds to the good.
We just did a lap on board, we've jumped in throughout the evening in a lot of cars, and it's definitely the smoothest. He's found his rhythm around this track.
And that is the scariest thing for the rest of the field. Triple Dalton Kilrow is a dangerous kill roll for the rest of the field. Because when you get Dalton Kilrow comfortable, you get performances like this. 6.5 seconds to the good.
We got Powell down into pit road. He's the first one to blink. And Okier behind him.
Baumgarten's already gone in. So missed that one. So Baumgarten was the first one to blank, hoping to get the undercut. Powell and Okier both in pit. Let's see when Mark Arthur is going to go and Dalton Kilrow is going to go. As the sun continues to set, more and more of the track under shadows here. And Dalton Kilrow continues to just bang off consistent mid 32-second laps. And yeah, Mark Arthur is definitely starting to struggle now as he gave up a full second there. And I'd say Dalton Kilrow is going to have to come in quick because Nick Okier, Sam Baumgarten just did a 31-1 to Dalton Kilrow's 32-8. So Kilrow's going to have to come in to stop leading quickly because we are running out of time. We are closing in on 25 to go here at the Kansas Speedway. Dalton Kilrow continues to show the way, 8.5 seconds. Make that 9 seconds now to the good over Mark Arthur. Sam Baumgarten 1 lap down in third. Doug Thompson 2 laps down in, and Mark Arthur's in. And Dalton Kilrow stays out. But Baumgarten 1 lap down in third. Doug Thompson currently sits in fourth, 2 laps down. Nick Okier in fifth, 2 laps down. And Jason Powell lost the lap in the pits.
Dalton Kilrow is down.
Well, we are within the distance of you can make it from here. So this is going to be the money stop for Kilrow. The question is, where is he going to shake out? Hits his pit stall perfectly. Mark Arthur's already down and away. Sam Baumgarten going down American Ethanol back straightaway now. I believe he just got his lap back. Dalton Kilrow down and away. Baumgarten coming across the stripe. And there goes
and he manages to keep the lead. Amazing.
Kilrow maintains his lead. Good
Amazing.
grief. That is nothing short of miraculous. As Doug Thompson stays high to stay out of the leader's way. And it looks like Thompson's going to go low in the corner and give Kilrow the racing line.
Mark Arthur currently has the fastest lap.
31 flat for Mark Arthur, fastest lap of the race. As Dalton Kilrow on his out lap. First flyer there, 31.7, and he had to deal with the lap car. Let's see what this first clean lap's going to be. As Baumgarten 2.7 seconds behind right now. Baumgarten's got to hope for a miracle as we are 24 laps to go. Make 23 this time across the stripe. Dalton Kilrow continues to show the way. And who was that going into the wall? That was Nick Okier. Nick Okier just ate the front stretch wall badly.
Very badly.
A ton of
I
damage.
dare say that might be it for his steering.
Yeah, that Michael Falk Racing Designs number 9 has definitely seen better days. So Dalton Kilrow just did a 31.4, Sam Baumgarten just did a 31.7, Mark Arthur 31.48. So Kilrow still in command of this one, 3 seconds to the good over Sam Baumgarten. Mark Arthur sits in third, last car on the lead lap. So your top 3 in points are your top 3 currently running in reverse order of how they sit in the point standings. Dalton Kilrow, 3rd place in points coming into tonight. Sam Baumgarten, 2nd in points coming into tonight. Mark Arthur was leading the points coming into tonight. Relatively close point standings coming out of it, but the points race definitely is going to close up if it stays the way that it sits right now, as we are 20 to go. Make that 19 to go this time across the stripe for Dalton Kilrow in the Dr. Squatch number 41.
And Doug Thompson was down into pit road while you were running down the order.
Doug Thompson needed to go pit side because he was the first blank back on lap 160. And now the question is, 25 laps, we've seen him do it before. But is anybody actually saving fuel right now? Or is anybody going to come up, need a splash and dash? This is going to be fun to see how this one's going to shake out, as Baumgarten now under attack from Mark Arthur, his teammate. That's your battle for second. As Baumgarten currently on the low line, Arthur taking the high line. Baumgarten knowing he's got nothing for his teammate right now, as there is some damage on the right side of the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 53. Arthur just blasts by and now tries to reel in Dalton Kilrow. So that last lap, Arthur was 0.2 better than Kilrow, 31.5 to a 31.7 for Kilrow. Question is there enough time? And who's got ice water in their veins right now? That's the key. Is you've got to just run your line, hit your marks, and not step on your own junk. Because we've seen that cost everybody tonight who has given up track position, is because they've stepped on their own junk and just flat run out of talent. As
I don't know what Kilrow's doing, but it's working. He's still maintaining, if not pulling away, around 3.5 to 3.8 seconds.
Well, he gave up a 10th that time across the stripe. It was a 31.7 for Kilrow to a 31.6 of Mark Arthur. So the question is Arthur going to have enough time, as we are 15 to go, make that 14 to go, and Dalton Kilrow continues to show the way. And Dalton Kilrow might be backing it off a little bit to try to save some fuel. 32.1 that time to grow to a 31.9 for Arthur. And Sam Baumgarten's in the pit. So Sam Baumgarten, your third place driver in the Michael Falk Racing Designs number 53, is taking it pit side. Um, 12 to go. And now the question is there enough fuel in the tank for Kilroe to make it from here? We've seen right around a 20-lap fuel run. And I don't think Dalton Kilroe's been saving much, if any.
I sure hope he's not pulling away at now 4.2 seconds while also saving fuel.
Well, the thing is, as far as the king of fuel mileage races, Dalton Kilroe is one of the best at saving fuel if needed. And he hit right around 25 to go. So the question is, does he have? We know we can do 20 laps. Does he have that extra 5 in the tank? That's going to be the deciding factors. We are 10 laps to go right now. Kilroe showing the way. Mark Arthur sits in second. Those are your only 2 cars left on the lead lap. 4.2 seconds to the good over Kilroe, or for Kilroe, over Mark Arthur, and he just gained a 10th on Arthur that last lap.
If I'm reading, if these gauges are working in the car,
which they never do,
it says that he has 6.
Mark Arthur just off the wall.
Oof, that was that was
And
hard.
that's 6 pounds of fuel pressure, by the way.
Ah, I see.
That's not 6 laps.
No, I didn't think it was 6 laps. I wasn't sure if it was 6 gallons or...
No, that's 6 pounds of fuel pressure.
6 pounds, I see.
So Mark Arthur just up almost 2 full seconds there to Dalton Kilroe from catching that safer barrier going into 1, as heavy shadows in turns 1 and 2 right now, and that's doing nothing but helping Dalton Kilroe, as we are 5 to go. No, we are 6 to go, this time across the stripe. And Nick Okier is in for a splash of fuel. Powell bangs the wall coming off of 4, and that's his teammate Mark Arthur directly in front of him. So this is going to get interesting, as it's going to be 5 to go. This time coming across the stripe for your leader, Dalton Kilroe. The question is, does that Dr. Squatch number 51 have enough fuel to make it from here? The king of fuel mileage races is about to earn his title if he can pull this one off. 5 laps to go. 6 seconds to the good over Mark Arthur. And Arthur has a rearview mirror filled with his teammate Jason Powell. Now Powell is 4 laps down, but on fresher tires. And Mark Arthur not up any struggle right now, just running his line and hoping Powell can get in front of him so that he can use the drafting help to try to to try to save a little bit of fuel if you can.
Or at least, yeah, I guess, and pull the gap down if it can.
Well, that's going to be the biggest key, as we are 3 to go this time across the stripe. Kilrow well over 6 seconds to the good now. I think that's 6.5 seconds to the good. Mark Arthur currently sitting in second place. Do either of these drivers have enough fuel in the tank to make it the rest of the way? We're about to find out. As Kilrow brings it off of 4, 3 miles. That's all that's left in this event. 3 miles. Popsicle sticks in the air. Dalton Kilrow goes the way. Mark Arthur sits in second. Sam Baumgarten 1 lap down in third. Doug Thompson 2 laps down in fourth. Nick Okier 3 laps down in fifth. We know that Baumgarten, Thompson, and Okier can make it. The big question is, can Kilrow and Arthur? White flag is in the air. 1.5 miles is all he's got to survive. Dalton Kilrow throws it into turn number 1. This is the points night he needed. Down the American Ethanol back straightaway for one final time. Dalton Kilrow throws it into turn number 3. 7 seconds to the good. Coming out of turn number 4. The engine can dive here and he can still win. To the checkers he comes. Dalton Kilrow, your winner. Mark Arthur with a little help from his teammate. Sam Baumgarten in third. Doug Thompson coming across for... There he is. Coming across for fourth. Nick Okier in fifth. Jason Powell in sixth. Patrick Cowgill putting it on the hauler in seventh. Hoot Baker on the hauler in eighth. Kevin O'Brien and Tex Perry rounding out the field. So, we are going to reach out to the driver of the Dr. Squatch, number 41, the king of fuel mileage races. Congratulations, Dalton Kilrow.
Thank you, man. I don't know. This, in my eyes, I didn't see this really as a fuel mileage race. I saw this just as, let's just make it to the end and try and save your tire.
Well, now we noticed that as the sun was going down, the track temperature was cooling off. The track's going to tighten up. You were loose as all hell at the start of the race, and I think the track conditions may have played into your favor.
Oh, totally. If the track had not cooled off, I don't think I would have been able to keep a hold on the car. Plus, that swing I was telling you about at the end of stage 2 looks like that went and hit a home run here. So, just lucky that Mark and Sam both had a couple issues because they were the class of the fuel, and I kind of feel like this one fell in my lap and had that golden horseshoe again. But you know, it is what it is.
Well, now we heard Mark Arthur say at the end of stage 1, he was very tight at the end of the tire run, and it definitely played into your favor because as track tightened up, Mark Arthur couldn't get his car loose enough. So, Dalton, you've got the victory. You gained just about maximum points tonight. You clinched most laps led. You won a stage and you won the race. You've got to be real happy with the points tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. I knew I had a good points cushion from the regular season and getting a couple wins here and there. But just to know that I'm now locked into the Final Four as long as I show up for these next 2 races, that just that makes me feel good, especially after last year getting so close and just barely missing out of the Final Four. So, hey, I'm racing for a championship, so I'm happy as I can be right now.
Well, there you go. Now, moving forward, talk us through your thoughts as the series moves to the Lone Star State next week and the Texas Motor Speedway.
Texas is a fun track. If we go back to the spring race, I won that one on fuel mileage, and that was pure luck. That wasn't even close. I just purely got lucky there. It's just going to be all about just surviving, saving the tires, and not overdriving the car, kind of like it was tonight. Keep it out of the wall, and keep as much momentum going on the car as you can, and hopefully you can get another good run and get a couple more points, but it's not even really necessary.
Well, Dalton, before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank Dr. Squatch Soap and Top Flight PC. If you go to drsquatch.com and use code TOPFLIGHT, you'll get 20% off of all orders you make on your soap. I got to thank you guys for the broadcast. TRJkarting.com, Michael Falk Racing Designs, and everybody else at Top Flight Racing.
All right, Dalton, again, congratulations on the victory here at Kansas. Looking forward to seeing you next week, Texas.
Thank you.
So that was our winner tonight, Mr. Dalton Kilrow. We are now going to reach out to the driver of the My Little Pony, number 12, second place finisher, Mr. Mark Arthur. Now, Mark, you did mention at the end of the first segment that your car was a little bit too tight for your liking. And as the track cooled off, of course, the track's going to tighten up. Were you able to make any adjustments there to free it up at all?
I did. I freed it up, and like I said, it got too loose. Then I tried some tire pressures, and that wasn't good. So I put everything back to where it was. It felt pretty good. Now, I don't know, because I guess I scraped the wall once or twice there, and when I went in the pits, I had 25 seconds of damage, and I said, well, I'll just save my quick repair till the end, until the last pit stop, because bad things always happen when I use a quick repair. Usually I'm killed a lap after that. So I held on to it, and then I got the quick repair and came back out, and I was faster than Dalton. I mean, I was tracking him down. I was about 2/10 a lap faster, and then I got in the wall again, and I guess it gave me that 25-second damage back, because it just was a turd after that. It was just tight, and I hit the wall a couple more times.
Well, Mark, not the points that you were hoping for, but you're still going to come out of here with the points lead. But moving forward, your thoughts as we go to the Lone Star State next week?
I like Texas. I'm pretty good at Texas. Can't wait for Martinsville. It's one of my favorite tracks, hometown track. So I'm a short track dude. Jason will probably be good there. Jason Powell's a short track guy too. So 10 Bills, I'm sure, will probably show back up for Martinsville, I think, but it'll be a tough climb for him. I don't think the wins count unless you make all three races in the segment. So, I don't know. I look forward to. I don't like this track. I told you last week I don't like the single groove tracks where you can't pass, and give me Texas where we can run 2 or 3 grooves and pass, and Martinsville when I can move people to pass them. Those are a lot better in ISMs and other drivers' tracks. So I'm looking forward to the next 3 tracks. Wasn't really looking forward to this one.
All right. Well, Mark, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
I think my mom and sister, looks like they were watching. They've sent me a couple messages, but I think Michael Falk Racing, we've kind of got into a team deal with him here. He's going to be making all of our paints, and we'll be racing pretty much Michael Falk Racing. I think we'll still be called Outcast. That's kind of fitting for us, but thank you guys for sticking around. I'm sorry it was such a bad show, and I wish Tex would have stayed around, and we need to get more cars in here. It's just not very exciting to watch 6 cars go around the track.
Well, we did our best up here in the booth, and you guys did your best out on the track. But, Mark, look forward to seeing you next week at Texas.
Thanks, Tony.
So that was Mark Arthur, our second place finisher. And coming into tonight, your second place in points, Mr. Sam Baumgarten. Sam, not the points that you were hoping for, but all things considered, you can't be too disappointed with a podium finish here at Kansas.
Podium finish isn't what I'm really disappointed about. There's other things I'm a little disappointed about. Worked really hard on this setup. This is a track I really love. I just love running the wall and everything. I thought I had something tonight, just Dalton found something better. So good win to him. I don't want to be a sore loser, so good win to Dalton. But really thought we had something tonight. But like I said, there's a little bit more things that I'm disappointed about tonight's race than the finish.
Well, now we did see you catch your fare of safer barriers to the hip check. How damaged did your car get when you would bang the safer barrier going into turn one?
I tell you what, man, I don't know if it's this damage model or what, but it's real finicky. I mean, the one time I scraped it and got 2 seconds of damage, and then on this last long run of green flag pit stops, I hit it and it gave me 25 seconds of damage. So it's just real finicky. Of course, when you're running the wall like that, you definitely take that risk. I guess you could say I larcened it, go figure. But it is what it is. It's just iRacing. We all know they got stuff that they got to work on. So 25 seconds of damage. I took my fast repair last bit. I knew I wasn't making it on fuel, so I wasn't really going to fight Mark too hard when he got past me again. So figured I'd just come in, get 4 fresh ones, and just rip it till the end. And then third place, I mean, we'll take it. Still got 2 more races to try and at least lock myself into the final 4. But hopefully we'll get in on points.
Well, as I said, you came into tonight second place in points, about 9 points back off your teammate, Mark Arthur. Your thoughts moving forward as we go to the Lone Star State next week?
I like Texas. It's a good track. The new configuration's not bad. It's fun. I basically flat out through 3 and 4 now in these cars. I think we might have a chance there if I put some hard work into it like I did with Kansas. Like I said, I felt like I had a great setup tonight. It's just once the track started to change, once the weather started to change, it just fell on its face. So Texas, we'll just put the hard work in like we did this week and see what we can do next week. Then we got the hardest track of them all, which I know Mark's going to be tough to beat at, is Martinsville. So just going to put in some hard work and try and gain some momentum for this Final Four.
Absolutely. Well, Sam, again, congratulations on the podium. I know it wasn't the finish you were hoping for, but we're looking forward to seeing you next week at Texas.
Thank you very much.
So, real quick rundown of the finishing order. Dalton Kilroe coming home with the victory. Mark Arthur in second. Sam Baumgarten in third. Doug Thompson hanging on for fourth. Nick Okier in fifth. Jason Powell, last car, still running in sixth. Patrick Calgill in seventh. Hoot Baker in eighth. Kevin O'Brien in ninth. And Tex Perry rounding out the field in 10th. Kevin, I know we didn't have a big field here tonight, but as far as the quality of racing, I dare say that, we saw some pretty good action, especially when the green flag pit stops took place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Driver of the night for sure goes to Dalton Kilroe, though. That was an incredible performance. Absolutely.
It's hard to vote against the driver of the Dr. Squatch Soaps, number 41, Michael Falk Racing Designs entry, and like he mentioned at the start of the final segment here, he wasn't sure what was going to happen, but the track tightened up just enough for him to just be able to put the car where he needed to, and the kid has ice water in his veins. So looking forward to seeing what he can do next week at Texas. Last time we were there, again, like he mentioned, it's a fuel mileage race, and he was able to withstand the onslaught from all the contenders, and it's going to be fun to see who moves on to the Final Four in Phoenix this year.
Absolutely.
Well, so that is going to about do it for us here tonight. For Tex Perry, the chief cook and bottle washer here in the NASCOM Online Racing Series. For your winner, Dalton Kilrow. For the Canadian Crippler himself, Mr. Kevin Cunyu, up in the production truck. This is Tony Trapasso saying, as you walk down the road of life,